So when you look here at our subnet ID, you'll see here that in our routing table, we have our subnet ID of 10.120, 10.110. Can assign that to any device inside your network. And then if we look at our last address here, the directed broadcast address, it is off by default the forwarding of those addresses. This is for security reasons. What that means is that you want to make sure that users outside your local area network don't send a whole bunch of broadcasts into your local area network as a type of attack, a denial of service attack, or exploiting you by having some other device out on the internet or somewhere else send a whole bunch of information to you, to everybody in that local area network, again, causing some sort of denial of service attack. So what our routers do by default, as you can see, is that by default, they are going to have no IP directed broadcast enabled. That is the default nowadays. So you won't even be able to forward those directed broadcast addresses anymore, which is really nice. I do like that. So again, the first address, the subnet ID, can't be used. The last address, the directed broadcast, can't be used either. So let's go now back to our equation here. And you'll see that it doesn't matter in this case what our starting point is. It really doesn't matter. Now, when you're figuring out your number of subnets you created, the starting point does matter. And the starting point matters because you're trying to figure out the delta, the difference, right? You're trying to figure out the number of bits you board. So if you started as a 16 and now you're a 22, what's the difference? It's 6. Put that in your equation. There's the number of subnets. Well, in this case, it doesn't matter where you start. So if I started out as a 16 and I'm a 22 right now, well, it doesn't matter whether I know the starting point or not. The fact of the matter is I'm a /22 right now. How many host bits are left over? It's whatever's left over. So we're going to go ahead and go to a /28 right now. Doesn't matter where I started. No, it doesn't matter where I started. I could have been an A, B, C, doesn't matter. Regardless, I'm going to have 14 hosts no matter what, because there's only 4 bits left over. So it doesn't matter where I am, what I am. It's just how many bits are left over. And based on that, put it in the equation. So if we're a /20, there's how many bits left over? 8 plus 4, that's 12. 2 to the power of 12 is 4,096 minus 2, 4,094. So the equation again, 2 to the power of h minus 2 to identify the number of hosts that are in each subnet.